Welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel. Don't forget to subscribe and the bell notification button and check out all the other things that I like to plug. How to hold a microfiber towel properly. This sounds like a stupid video, but I'm going to give you some really cracking advice that I use all of the time, or you'll see me using a lot of the time in case they ever get sloppy. Now, a lot of times, you know, you've got wax all over your bonnet, you've got polish all over your bonnet, and you'll see people simply doing this. Doug, grabbing the microfiber and doing this. Which kind of, you know, it's not that much of a sin. Why is it a bad idea though, guys? Well, for a few reasons. One, when you just grab a microfiber in a kind of ball like this and you're buffing, if you think of all the pressure points of your hand, really, your fingers and thumbs are making the pressure points on the car. And those are the main bits where you're actually wiping off the product, you know, mainly. So it's uneven pressure. That's the first thing. Second thing is you can be using the edges of the microfiber cloth when you just grab it into a ball and kind of buff into the paint. The edges on this are edgeless, so they're cut, but a lot of them have silk borders or stitch borders or other things, okay? So that's why grabbing it in a ball is very good. When you also grab it in a ball and you're picking up product, if you look at the area you've just put product on, it's pretty much on bits of all of the entire towel in one go if you've got product, okay? So uneven pressure, uneven pickup on the cloth. You don't know which bits of the cloth you've used, which bits you haven't used, and bits are going to get saturated, and you might use the edges to buff on. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is Scandinavian flick. The Forensics Detailing 4-way fold and the thumb and finger flop, okay? Desperately trying to think of a name. So we'll call this the Forensic thumb and finger flop. Now, what you do is let's just pan the camera out, give us a bit more. You'll always see, and I'm not the only one that does this, you'll see people that are organised, when they polish, they're forever doing a little pull and a flip, and they're forever sort of like trying to keep their microfiber folded and organised, okay? So if you ever see someone, let's just get the camera up here. Sorry, it's going to be a bit wobbly. You know, you'll see me, I'll be chatting away, and if I've got polishing thing on my hand, I'll be flipping out this, I'll be doing this. And then next time I'll be buffing, maybe I'll be flipping again and going to the other side. Now, you have 8 workable sides, don't you? When you fold your towel across the middle and fold it there, you have a total of 8 sides of microfiber, all fresh, no product on them that you can manage. So then you use side 1, then you use side 2, and then you do a semi-flip, and then you use side 3, and then you use side 4. And that is your one side of your entire towel used. So then you don't do a semi-flip, you do a full flip where you open the cloth right out and you flip over to the other sides where you get your other 4 sides, okay? And you fold it again, and then you get your 5th side, your 6th side, and you do another semi-flip, and you get your 7th side, and then your 8th side. And each time you go to a new side, you're getting a clean section of microfiber, which is important. You know, when the side has picked up product, it starts smearing a bit more and applicating products a bit more. Okay, so that's the first thing. Reason why you should use the old 4-way flip. Right, the next thing. Now, with lots of microfiber, especially the thinner microfiber, the real thin, cheap stuff, as you're buffing over the surface, especially if there's polish and wax there, it can stick a little bit, catch a little bit, and then your 4-way fold will just unravel, and you know, you'll just drag it off the panel, and then you'll be just doing this again. You've lost your 4-way fold, okay? Now, hold on, bear with me. See, I said I'd always be flipping. Another advantage of the 4-way fold related to that is that you have 4 layers of microfiber, so that when you're buffing with 4 layers, you get more cushioning than you do when you just got it into a ball and your fingers might be 1 layer of microfiber there. So you've got more cushioning from the microfiber, okay? When you have your tail out like that and your hand on it and your hand flat, you also have more even pressure, okay? So even pressure is good, and you can just control the weight a little bit more, okay? So that's really good. even pressure. You get to utilise all 8 sides. Now, the final trick, guys, is what you do when you have a 4-way fold. One corner will have all 4 open edges, okay? This corner. Only one corner will ever have that. This will have 2. That has 1. And that has none, kind of thing. Something like that. But find your corner with the 4 open edges. And then what you do is put your thumb underneath that, okay? And pinch that against your hand like that. Against your finger like that, sorry. And that is how I like to buff, because if it ever sticks, you've got a bit of a pinch to stop it balling up. So, you know, it just stops the microfiber ever unraveling. It's got a stale ceramic in it, this, you know, buffed ceramic, so I should just be careful, but it's okay. Yeah, so that's the final thing. And by doing that, it means it will hold its shape. One important thing with a microfiber when you're doing the 4-way fold is you want a cloth that holds its shape, and it isn't sort of trying to unravel. And like I said, it's the very thin microfiber with the stitching around the edge. And after you washed it a few times, the stitching pulls in and it curls up the edges, and it's not good microfiber. So that, you know, if you're using thin, not great microfiber, then maybe just ditch the 4-way fold thing. So it works better with good microfiber. But yeah, pinch the 4 open edges between your fingers like that. Once you've used that side, flip, and then you find your 4 edges again. Then after that, flip onto the 3rd side, find your 4-way fold again, flip onto your 4th side, and then you've got to do the double flip. Hold on. Fold again, then you're on your 5th side, 6th side, and then one more half flip, 7th side, 8th side. So you get the idea, guys. Keep your microfiber level. You know, this is a kind of very high quality cloth, and it's not the sort of cloth I'd be using to wipe in all these seals. You get that black all over the microfiber that won't ever really come out in the wash. Use cheap microfiber for certain things, but this good quality microfiber that you're going to be using to buff product, keep it nice. Yeah, so that's just one thing I've noticed. Always fold it and never just grab your cloth, whack it down and buff as hard as you can in circles. Oh, and when you are buffing off products as well, the other little final thing, it's always good to just do little short, gentle circles like that with good light, just tiny little circles like that, rather than just sort of frantically buffing in all random directions. That's what I find. So honestly, guys, when you get into the habit of doing that, what I've just said is a really good tip. The reason I'm saying it's a really good tip is because I do it. And I wouldn't do it if it was pointless. Let me know if I've missed any little tips there on how I use microfiber, you know, and stuff. I think a lot of you say, yeah, been doing exactly the same thing for years, John. But I've never, the little extra thing is the pinch, the finger and thumb pinch. That's my thing. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you do any of that, or if you just do the old hawk fist. Either way, it's all good. And pick up and try this habit if you haven't already done so, because I think it's quite cool. Other than that, I'm just tidying up my garage from Reg being here the other day. While we're here, this John microfiber, especially these applicators as well. These are used. You know, they're stiffened up a little bit. I don't think I can reuse these, which is such a shame, because the quality of them, that plastic inside them so that the ceramic doesn't draw into the foam. The quality of these are just brilliant. Really, really good. And all this is really, really good as well. Good microfiber Geon I've got. Often overlooked and not talked about that much, but really good. These polish wipes are really nice, really soft. Their bald wipes are really, really nice. It's top drawer stuff. I've been a naughty boy, guys. We were so busy yesterday. I broke my own rule about not soaking the pads out. So these are encrusted in Geon Prime, and so are these. So I'm going to soak them out in water. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Well, it does matter, but sometimes stuff like that happens when you're rushing. So yeah, unfortunately, you know, they're probably going to be dust like crazy the next time I use them, even after I've washed them. But I'll try and get some of that polish out of there. Yeah, it's Geon Primer, which is a really good thing. I'm going to go and buy. We used all of my sample bottle of Geon Primer, or the mini size bottle, which really can only do a car. I'm going to go and buy a litre of Geon Primer, I think, and do a video on it because it's really good. It's changed. I think it's different, but anyway, we'll save that for another time. So that's a quick one today, guys. Lots going on at the moment. Going to try and get the review of Imran's Into Detailing polisher out, which is in here. I've had a chance to use it now, but maybe there's no rush. Maybe there's a chance to use it a couple more times as well. But yeah, I'll save my thoughts for the review. Take care. Hope you're all doing well. See you soon. Bye for now. Just say goodbye for God's sakes.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when you